She said, when I touch her skin, I give her heat stroke. Not too many people can do the things I do. None of them can replicate my moves. Anytime you call on me, my girl, I'll be there in a hurry. Bolale, be prepared to cooperate with me. She asked, God, do I smell so good, girl? That's who Dior. Her panty drip like say rain they fall. Your clothes have to peel off. Exceptional gymnast. Say this girl can do it all. I put you above all the other girls with the year before you. Yeah, yeah. Girl, you give me life. Natural mineral. Girl, you so. Girl, you give me life. Natural minerals. Girl, you're so. She said, when I touch her skin, I give her heat stroke. Not too many people can do the things I do. None of them can replicate my moves. Anytime you call on me, my girl, I'll be there in a hurry. Bolale, be prepared to cooperate with me. She asked, God, do I smell so good, girl? That's who Dior. Her panty drip like say rain they fall. Your clothes have to peel off. Exceptional gymnast. Say this girl can do it all. I put you above all the other girls with the year before you.
Hello guys, welcome to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. Please, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe button right now. So guys, if you're live right now, make sure you like the video. We're live right now to discuss this intriguing subject right here. Deontay Wilder has been spotted in a fantastic shape. Wilder bulked up like Donkey Kong, and of course we're going to analyze what this means for the Fury fight, and if he can carry the weight or not. Wilder is kind of a comfortable guy in his way. Wilder, I've always weighed around, I think 220 or so, 220, 219. So it's not a guy that always come up huge or big. In this video right here, I think it was an interview that he conducted with Blood Sports TV. Yeah, he looked in a great shape. He looked mentally, strong, and he looked like someone that is gonna do damage. And it's just one thing that you have to appreciate about Wilder though. Wilder is one guy that his confidence is off the roof. He's very confident. I guess that's one of the reasons why some people tend to mistake his confidence for arrogance. I used to be one of those people, that mistook it. And this fight is looking good. I'm going to stream the weigh-in live though, so you guys can, we can all interact and comment on it and all this kind of stuff. Just give or take. I think the weigh-in starts 11 p.m. and still some time to go. So What does Water need in this fight? Well, what Water need in this fight is concentration, determination, and sticking to the game plan. Water must not go into this fight with, some sort of like being emotional, for example. No, he mustn't do that, because Fury, believe it or not, his ring IQ is just like it's supreme. Okay, but I believe Water's willpower will get him the win. I had a conversation with my brother Diwali. I asked him, I was like, how do you think our brother Deontay Wilder wins this fight? He said he believes that Deontay Wilder is going to find a way when there's no way. And the one is so confident that Wilder wins. And I believe that Wilder has the tools to win. It's just that it depends on how we set it up. If Wilder is just going to go in there to try, he's just going to go in there wide, throwing sort of punches, and like without calculating the punch that he throws, he might as well just leave himself wide open for Fury, and Fury counter him. Fury, on the other hand, you have to understand that there are two Furies: the one that fought the first time, the second one. So now you have two fighters with huge confidence. Fury also has the belt, so Fury being the champion is also some sort of motivation as well. But I don't think Fury is motivated like for this fight. I don't think he is. I think Fury, is not in a right state of mind. He's not in a fighting state of mind, because I listened to his dad today. That was just saying, Fury's going to run through him and all this kind of stuff. I think Fury has some personal problems that we don't know about yet, that doesn't want to reveal. We know about his daughter, but I think there's some sort of personal problems, because Fury contemplated in a way I wanted to pull out the fight for a second time. That would have been disastrous. It means Wilder would have sued his ass, and probably, he will lose everything. Lose the belt, lose his reputation, and people will say, listen, we told you this guy is not what he is, or what he claimed to be. So that's also one way you look at it. I saw Fury saying today that Wilder, he doesn't like Wilder, like Wilder may love me, a lot of the excuses and all this kind of stuff. Fury is, when you are a fighter and you're undefeated, and you tend to believe that, okay, since I'm never gonna be beaten in the ring, I'm gonna call the other fighters, sort of name, even though I believe that Wilder had some sort of right to say what he said about Fury. Fury has a history. Fury's history is not 100% in a way. Fury tested positive for Nadrolone. Fury has been busted for PEDs before, so not like the guy is pure and everything else. No, Fury does not have a clean career. Okay, so it is nice that Wilder brought it to the table. However, it did went over the board in terms of like just saying things without evidence or so. But Wilder's doctor did say that that at least the punch that actually did damage on Wilder wasn't from a fist, wasn't from the fist, could like something like an iron or something like that. So I don't know if Fury had anything, if he had padded gloves in a way, but I cannot say here and just say Fury is innocent and never done anything or so. No, I cannot. Like, I cannot vouch for Fury. And a lot of you guys can as well. So, the victory for Wilder come tomorrow night is going to, be very, very sweet. But even though I know that Fury is the better boxer, I just want Wilder to do some things right. Like, that is sticking to the game plan, listening to his trainer. I know his trainer is Malik Scott, and they were buddies before. They've been buddies for a long time. And Malik Scott at one point was an opponent to Deontay Wilder, whom Wilder stopped. Okay, of course we can still say that Malik Scott took a dive in that fight, because the right hand that Wilder landed on Malik Scott didn't really hit him like that. No, just landed. It wasn't clean. It wasn't a clean right hand. So I'm gonna be covering the weigh-in for sure. Yeah, on BBC, and we're gonna be talking about it and react to the weigh-in, and we have to know how much Wilder weighs. Like, it's going to weigh, because he's going to play a huge factor. If Wilder come in around 230, I think it'll be okay. But if he come in above that, I don't know if that will affect him in the later rounds, because when you're used to fighting around 220, 219, something like that, Wilder has always fought in a cruiserweight shape, really. So this time around, it's coming bigger. If pictures can really tell us. According to the pictures, we see Wilder bulked up, looks bigger. And there are questions here, by the way, from people saying, so I want to just say, interesting. Wilder is most devastating when it's around 220 pounds or lower. His right hand is dependent on speed, not strength. That's how he carries his power into later rounds. It will be very interesting to see how this plays out. And that's also one of the things as well, when you look at it. I have to agree with that guy though. And looking at the comments out here, and also, of course, people are having a go at Wilder, saying, Wilder's gonna gas out if he comes in heavier in a way. Wilder depend on his speed. Wilder need his speed. And with Wilder's speed comes the quickness, and he reacts with his speed. He reacts to things quickly, So it's gonna be very interesting to see what way Wilder comes in. Hopefully, I hope it's around 230, 220, or 225, 230. I just hope so. But also, Fury is coming heavier. What does that mean? That says a lot. If Fury is like 270 and Wilder is 220, Fury, we just bully Wilder. Like, he will use every dirty tactics in his tool. So Wilder should be able to hold himself as well. That's why coming in a little bit heavier will be good. Maybe 230 will be nice. So, because if you're coming around 220 or less than that, he will need strength to deal with Fury. Of course, it's faster when he's coming around 220. But we're talking about Fury right now. Fury does not fight clean. Fury fight with everything possible. He uses every dirty tactics in the books to like frustrate his opponent, make them even forget about their game plan, and make them fight the kind of fight he want them to fight. So this is also another outlook of it. Let me get to the comment section right here. I've got my brother Diwali in the house. I've got James Coleman. He says, I can't wait till tomorrow night. Let's go, champ. Killer Mangina says, here we go with the cheating excuses. Can't wait to hear this channel after the fight. Well, after the fight, we're still gonna be here, bro. Like, I'm not going anywhere. But you have to be very, very sincere. Fury tested positive for Nadrolone. Fury was busted for PDs before. I've been busted for PDs before. Okay, that's a fact. That's the fact right there. That's not me lying or saying anything. It's the fact right there. Of course, you know, when if you're a Fury fan guy, you would never accept it. You never want to hear it. Because people tend to see Fury as an angel. Fury is not an angel, bro. There is a reason why Fury didn't take the Vladimir Klitschko fight. Not because he was scared of Klitschko, but because he knew he was gonna get busted for PEDs again. And that would have extended this. Why do you think Fury? They say Fury, like, yeah, Fury. He had mental health issues. That's why he left the sport of boxing. No, he was on suspension. He didn't want to like come out of suspension because he was under investigation. Fury was under investigation. That was the reason why he left the sport. I'm not trying to diminish Fury right now, but one thing is certain though, he has a dirty background. Wilder doesn't have that. And that's just it, bro. So this is I've told you before. Fury is the better boxer. Everybody knows that. Fury is the better boxer. Fury boxing IQ is higher than that of Wilder. But Wilder still got the equalizer. One thing I don't want Wilder to do is to depend on his equalizer, on his right hand. And this is why the Ajagba Frank Sanchez fight is also very important. You know, also very important as well. Well, Ajagba and Wilder, they both have devastating right hands. People criticize both of them as well. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be one of those things where, you know, people are gonna be looking at it. Although Ajagba don't depend on his right hand though. You know, he can really box, you know. But what has been criticized a long time, even by myself as well, you know, for depending too much on the right hand. So that's where Malik Scott comes in right now. Malik Scott said that he brought out things that Wilder had in him, but never used. This is why it's interesting, because we need to see Wilder disguise his right hand. We need to see him move. We need to see him be calculative, fend a lot. And we need to see a Wilder that doesn't at least leave himself open all the time. You know, a Wilder that can switch angles. Of course, you know, boxing, if you're going to be doing all those things for a long time, for a longer time, like for a longer period of time, yeah, it might never work, you know. So it's one of the things, like if you're not doing something on a constant base, you might, when you want to do it the first time, you like, it will, you know, actually, like, you know, not be natural. So the reason why it's interesting is that, like, it may, like, listen, I'm scared. I'm really afraid. You know, I'm really afraid. You know, because in as much as I want Wilder to win, I just want him to stick to the game plan. I don't know if he wins, but I want him to win. But I know he will win if he stick to the game plan. Imagine, for example, Fury start taunting Wilder on the ring, in the ring. Like Fury really like using all sort of tactics, sticking his tongue out. Would that distract Wilder from getting things done? Would that distract him? That's the thing. From his game plan, that is what I don't want to see. That is what I hope not to see, because having a distracted Wilder will be very crucial. Would not be good. So that's also one of those we have to look at. Anyway, guys, I'm calling our brother right now. I think he should wait. Adewale, I call you. May you pick the corner. I'm calling right now, but hello? Let's see. Well, I don't know what is wrong. It looks like my Facebook or so. Isn't it Facebook? The Facebook network or what? I just don't understand it. Well, I don't know why it isn't going through though. Yeah, like I think it must be Facebook. It's so weird how Facebook always have this, it's obstacle, and each time you want to get this done, it doesn't really go through. But I'm gonna try again though. Bro, I'm calling you again. It's ringing out on my hand. It's Facebook. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna call you through WhatsApp then. Let me call you through WhatsApp. Let me go through WhatsApp, bro. See you right here. Pick up, bro. Alpha.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm calling you through WhatsApp right now just to make this it'll make it easier. How you doing? How your side?
Man, bro, I'm good, man. I'm very, very well, man. I'm just excited about this fight, and I'm looking forward to seeing the reaction of all these people that have been, thrown Wilder. They've thrown him away. They expect this guy to never rise up from his defeat, even before he was defeated. They had been waiting for this for so long, and then it finally happened. And then they had a field day discrediting him, trashing him, just treating this guy like absolute garbage. Came up with many reasons why they couldn't stand him. But tomorrow he has the opportunity to redeem himself, and I believe he will. He has all the tools necessary. Him coming into this fight looking as big, like King Kong, yeah. I don't know, man. That's a new thing from Wilder. You said something earlier about his maximum performance is when he's around 220, 215 pounds. I actually agree, because he knocked out Luis Ortiz with a fluke. at 212. It was 212 pounds, and he knocked out Luis Ortiz. But it was a TKO. And then the next fight against Tyson Fury, he came in weighing 209 pounds. And then he dropped Tyson twice. Tyson came into that fight weighing around 260-something pounds. So there was a difference of close to 60 pounds between Wilder and Fury. And he was still able to drop this guy heavily. And then the third fight, Deontay came in around, I believe, 227 or 230. And then he was demolished, okay? So many controversies surrounded that fight. But eventually, he has the opportunity to redeem himself. I like his mental well-being. I like the way he's portraying himself mentally, physically. Obviously, we've seen his works on the pads, his training with Malik Scott. He looks like he's going to the body more, throwing multiple left hooks, triple, double left hooks to the body, playing with the jab more often. I just feel like, man, physically, Deontay Wilder is ready. Well, I don't know how the weight gain will affect his performance. I hope it doesn't. I strongly believe this fight is not even going to go to the end, like to the championship rounds. It would have been done by round 7, 8, maybe. But we'll see what happens, man. I'm rooting for Deontay. I want him to get his revenge, especially because I am one of those people that is 100% convinced that Tyson Fury cheated with his gloves, because I haven't had anybody have any sensible explanation of why the right glove in the second fight looked the way that it did. And also, I think about Tyson Fury's career, his resume. He has 21 knockouts out of 30 wins. And in the 21 knockouts, he has 17 technical knockouts, 4 KOs. So if a guy that has just 4 KOs in his entire career can come against a guy, Deontay Wilder, that has a proven chin, and then punch him so hard at the side of his face and cause an indentation on his head, that is suspicious. You don't just go from not being a notorious puncher to punching a hole in a guy's head, a guy that has a chin. I don't believe it, okay? There's so many fishy things going into this fight, and we just can't wait, man. We're waiting for them to settle it once and for all. And as much as I dislike Tyson Fury, I'm going to say this. I actually respect the fact that himself and Deontay can come together and give us, boxing fans, a great trilogy. So many controversies surrounding the trilogy, but at the end of the day, may the better man win. I'm rooting for Wilder, but if Tyson Fury can pull it off without cheating again, so be it. But I'm definitely rooting for Wilder, and I want him to get it back in blood.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate your take on this. How do you think, mentally, how do you think what mental state do you see Wilder in tomorrow night?
Man, from the press conference that he had about 2 days ago, Deontay is extremely calm, and I was so impressed. I know you're going to have different people with different opinions. Some are going to tell you that, Deontay Wilder has Tyson Fury living in his head. Oh, he lost the press conference. Some are going to tell you otherwise. What I saw from the presser was a nervous Tyson Fury. He looked nervous. Deontay Wilder looked calm, even when Tyson Fury was putting out those disrespectful talks about Wilder, about the excuses. Wilder came back with very reasonable, calm answers. He answered one of the questions with an answer, but still, that was reasonable enough, because you're asking the man a question about thing that has happened in your own career as well. Talking about changing trainers after the first fight, then going into the second fight. Talking about if Wilder believes that the reason why he lost the fight was because he cheated, that's Tyson, then why is he changing so much in the corner? And then Wilder came back and asked him the same question. If you thought that you won me in the first fight, why did you change your corner? And then in only 6 months, you were trained from being a top boxer. Don't get it twisted. Tyson Fury is like the best boxer in the heavyweight division right now. Okay, he's better than Usyk because of his height advantage. Usyk is one of the best, without a doubt. but he has a slight disadvantage against Tyson Fury. Because Fury has reach.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Just hold on. Speak now. Let me see.
Yeah, how is it now?
Oh, better. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think there was some echo or something going on there. But I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. I look forward to this fight. It's such a great boxing card. So many good fights on the undercard. It's, in my opinion, this is the best event in boxing in years. Because I really can't think about any other event in the last couple of years that tops this one. This is a great card. Wilder Fury 3, Fury Wilder 3, however you want to put it. Wilder has an opportunity to redeem himself. Mentally, he looks sharp. He looks calm. He is not getting rattled by the things that Tyson Fury says. Tyson Fury tries very hard to get under his skin, but he's not letting that happen. We saw that in the press conference. Wilder came back and accused Tyson Fury of everything in the press conference. Everything that was put out there by YouTubers over the last 1.5 years. Wilder actually came out and confirmed that he truly believes that Fury cheated with his gloves, and he believes that he had a disloyal trainer that threw in the towel because he was ready to go out on the shield. And I'm going to say one last thing about Wilder's mentality, because you asked the question about his mentality. Deontay Wilder keeps on telling us that I am ready to die in the ring. Not only his words, but his actions have proved that in the past. Because when he was getting beaten by Tyson Fury, I'll be honest with you, I wanted that fight to have ended as early as the fifth round.
Do you know this guy? Do you know this guy called Tunde Ednot?
Tunde Ednot.
The guy said that not Tunde Ednot, not Tunde Ednot. What's this guy? This guy Ocon. You know O'Connor? Ocon, very popular comedian, Nollywood comedian. I don't know if you know the guy. So the guy said that he said the reason why I don't like Wilder is because Wilder always talk about always talk about dying in the ring. Like, why does he have that mentality? I'm like, if you've bossed before, some people are just born warriors, bro. Not all fighters fight scared.
Brother, people like taking Panadol for other people's headache. I don't know what your problem is. You're a boxing fan. You don't like someone saying that he's ready to die in the ring. Maybe you should go to another sport, because boxing and any combat sport is a very risky sport already. People die all the time. A lot of people that did not plan to die, they actually die. So once someone tells you that I actually don't care if I die, because even if I die, I have made so much money to take care of my family, so I'm good. And my kids know that daddy has a risky job, so everybody will be good even if I die. And I'm ready to pay the ultimate price to get this guy out of my face. So yeah, like you said, bro, some people are born warriors, some people are not. That guy that you're talking about is probably one of those that are not born warriors, so he can't understand.
Well, he's a Nigerian comedian and an Hollywood actor, so he's very popular.
Oh, he can't be a warrior then. He's only looking for money.
Yeah, he said that's the reason why I like Joshua. Joshua doesn't talk about that. Joshua is very calm. I like. People don't like Wilder's confidence. They see his confidence as arrogance. It's one of those things, bro.
They are threatened. People are threatened by seeing a. And I'm just gonna say this, man.
No, I don't think I don't think it's threat. It's just like, yeah. So Nigerians are not used to. Nigerians tend to pretend we are not used to, grass dinner. But yeah, we have Agberu. We have Agberus and all those cultists. Like all those that are destroying people. And yeah, we say, oh, we don't like that. We don't like that. Well, yeah, it's so funny though. It's like, some of our people are like our politicians. They criticize they look down on poor people, look down on hoodlums, look down on wayward people, and yet when it's election time, they go out of same people they look down on just to get a win, just to protect their votes. Or Steve vote boss, people boss.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's just human beings, man. Human beings. I tell you, man. A lot of human beings have problems. Period. Why can't people just learn to live and let live? You know, I'll tell you one thing about this fight, Tyson Fury, Wilder. Even though I respect both of them, I don't like Tyson Fury. Okay, I actually do not. I dislike Tyson Fury, but I still respect him for giving me, as a boxing fan, one of the greatest trilogies in the history. Even though I recognize the fact that he was trying to run away from this fight for the longest time, until the judge forced him to either fight Wilder or retire. I recognize all of that happened, but I still respect him for giving me a great trilogy that we're going to be talking about for the next 30 years. Period. This is going to be spoken about for a long time. Wilder Fury trilogy, and that's the truth. And there is nobody else in this era that has built that level of rivalry, that level of competition that will be spoken about for the next couple of decades. And just imagine, after Deontay Wilder knocks out Tyson Fury, this even makes it even bigger. It's going to be talked about so much for such a long time. Bro, all these people, a lot of these people that are hating on these guys right now, especially Wilder, they are going to turn around and become fans. It's just human nature. That's just what it is. But most importantly, man, I wish Wilder the best. I want him to knock out Tyson Fury for the cheat that Tyson Fury is, for stringing us along for the longest time, we boxing fans, making sure that many fights got cancelled. We could have seen the undisputed fight between Fury and Joshua, but at the same time, when you think about it, it's never going to happen because Fury was obligated to fight Wilder. So we've been tricked, and these guys made it possible for guys like Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, Evander Holyfield, Jake Paul, and a bunch of people that have no business in boxing to come into boxing and be selling huge pay-per-view numbers, because people like Tyson Fury kept on canceling big fights. So I'm happy this is happening tomorrow. Let's see.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate your take on this. And yes, guys, you're hearing from my brother Adewale. I'm going to be covering the weigh-in, it'll be nice to do so. Stay blessed. Stay tuned, guys, for more Susie Bagger right here. Thanks, brother. Catch up with you. God bless you, bro. So, you ready for my Adewale? I always appreciate Adewale coming in and giving his take. Cause some of you guys don't agree with Adewale, but I mean, you must not agree with everything someone said. But sometimes you just have to analyze what they say and see if they are saying the truth or not. Adewale is very outspoken, and a lot of the things he say, I always analyze it. And a lot of the things say, I always always true, So I might not like it sometimes, but the guy speaks his mind. Shout out to Azubike. What Azubike? He said, you never like Wilder, but cause you heard it's from Africa, you started supporting him. I mean, I never said I hate Wilder. I never said I wasn't a Deontay Wilder fan, I'm not gonna lie. And it's not because he says it's African though. It's just that the guy has changed, in a way. He changed. You have to know somebody's background in order to understand them. Because I understood Wilder just from them say, hearing from people, what people say. That's how I viewed him. Until I did my own research, I asked people around him, people that know him. The guy grew up in a very decent home, huh? His dad is a pastor, so he grew up in a very decent home, organized home. But the environment he came from is a very an environment where, people of color are not treated right. So you have to really understand people's background and the environment in order to really judge them in a way. And what happened then back I think when I was really, when I was really anti-Wilder in a way, it was all like, it was during the time when Team Wilder, like a lot of the Wilder fans, fanatics were like really abusing Anthony Joshua like that, and going personal on Joshua, calling him all sort of names. So it was all like me also clapping back in a way. But it's one of those things that happens, man. That's life for you. I support Wilder now, but it doesn't mean that if Wilder does something that is not appropriate, that I will just keep my mouth shut. No, I will still speak against something that is not appropriate. But I support him, yeah, for sure, run through. I always have to support. It's one of those things. Same way I support Anthony Joshua, same way I support Afia Jabwa, Rafa Akpojure, and every other Nigerian. Decent fighter. Fighters of Nigerian descent. Or fighters that is fight with us. Anyway, I don't know what's happening right now. They say Instagram is down again. Wow. Instagram is down again? Really? No wonder my Facebook was hurting up. You see? I mean, we need to, like Mark Zuckerberg. That guy needs to be like that guy. They need to purchase that Instagram from him. Twitter is still working fine. Look at Twitter right here. Twitter is the GOAT. Twitter is the GOAT. Instagram is a failure, bro. Yeah, there's a failure. Just look. Is my WhatsApp working as well? Let me see. Is it really working? Miko Adewale again. Yeah, WhatsApp is working. Thankfully. WhatsApp is working. Instagram. My Instagram is not working. Wow. Man, they need to get this right. They need to, I don't know. Crazy. Anyway, guys, we'll be right back very soon. Okay? I'm going to be covering the Deontay Wilder versus Fury weigh-in. And yeah, God bless you guys. Stay blessed.
Happy for you. Yeah. Girl, you give me life. Natural mineral. Girl, you so. Girl, you give me life. Natural minerals. Girl, you so.